G'day YouTube, Brass Brad here, back with a closer look at the Farming Implements 2015 metal detecting finds. And I'm glad to say that I didn't find these in the bush for a change. And you know, some of the horseshoes weren't in the bush either, they were in the fields. So we got lots of odds and ends here and broken stuff, and we'll take a first look here at all these old broken cast parts. They had many different types of farming equipment over the years. You'd never know what half this stuff's from. And little broken cast parts there. That's a plow point. Doesn't fit any of the plows here. But there's kind of a neat little thing there with 4 bumps on it. Probably some kind of adjustment rod or something to set a lever or something. And it's kind of rounded on one end. And it's got a nice clean break on the other. And you couldn't get any nicer of a match if it's broke on one end there, which it looks like. And then you got these things here too. They're kind of adjustment metal bars, and they've got adjustment spots on them, probably manually or something. They'd move something around for that handle or something. And scored 3 old plows, and I'm not sure whether they're all horse-drawn or not, but you know, I'm not sure whether an old tractor, one that dragged behind a tractor, had points on them or not that they could replace. These all could be replaced and been bolted on. There's a nice full one there, not broke or nothing. And this spring here, found 2 of them and can't find the other one, but they're in totally different fields, and they were pretty near identical. So I thought I was finding the old Bombardier Nordique or Olympic rear bogie spring or something. And we got looking at them one day in the backyard. Had some young hotshot employee here, and his grandpa was a farmer, and he says, no. So that was off an old fan rake or something to windrow the hay. And I'm like, and I said, well, it looks like a bogie spring to me. So he flipped out his iPhone there and he proved it right in front of me. So I guess, you know, they're used on lots of different things. Some of them are doubled, and they'll come up and go around and go back out again, and made as a double. When it's broke, it's hard to tell, but if it was from the old fan rake thing, they'd have, you know, 30 of them bolted in a circle and run it down the field, and it would spin or something and windrow the hay. And there's another little gear thing there too. Imagine there'd be a gear on that, and manually or with a wheel or something that would be able to go back and forth and the gear spin. And the story we wanted to say here was the story of the reaper. So there's a little sickle there. My grandpa had one about twice the size of that, a 2-hander, and he called it a thigh. And he'd never let any of us kids touch that thing. I think he was scared we'd chop our ankle off with it. And so reaper originally was one who cuts the crops. So once they come out with a wheel and a little upgrade from the sickle and the scythe, they decided to call these things reapers for a while. Maybe not so much anymore. Now they're called a mower, a sickle mower. But originally they were reapers, I'm sure. And these are 2 old type here. Not sure which one would be older. I'm thinking maybe that the one with the circle in the middle would be older than the one with the square. I got newer ones over there with square holes. So, you know, the horses would draw these things and cut the hay, or tractors when they come out. And then what it is they'd put about 20 of them in a row on a big flat bar. They'd be bolted to a bar like that, and then they'd have another smaller bar that would go in there like that, and then they'd take these serrated teeth, and they'd have two little bolts on them and bolt them into that little bar, and when the wheel turns, this will go back and forth, you know, 4 or 5 inches, and they'll be driving along and cut the hay. And you know, the horse-drawn ones, they'd have a little buggy there, and the horse would pull it, maybe even a seat on it, and the movement of the wheel would make that bar go back and forth, and the blades would cut the grass for them. And then they'd come along with the fan thing there probably and windrow it all up. But that's how them things work. You know, they're the old horse-drawn ones and the tractor ones there, they're quite similar in their design there for a long time, so it's hard to say which one of them's older. And then the newer ones, them newer ones there, they're red, got NH stamped into them, so they're New Holland. If you look online, green ones are John Deere there. So they're kind of color coded that way. Might be some aftermarket stuff that would fool you. And move on over to this big bar here. Got a cutting edge on it. Excuse me. So it might have been more of a rotary type cutting blade or something. And we got these two items here. The Canadian Goose. Some old casting off some equipment. But guy metal detecting there not long ago, I was watching on YouTube. Found one of them identical to that. So I don't know whether he knows what it is, or I certainly don't know what it is, but he found the identical one, and the same as this old handle off a pot or something here. He found one of them identical with the might not have been the same detectorist, but pretty much same thing. So that's kind of the story of the Reaper, I guess. And I guess we'll sign off here for now, and one more section to do over there, and then we'll be moving on to my hot rocks. I think got to get them done soon. Alright, thanks, bye.